left the ground until it was flying out over the water, winging its way toward Pleasure Island. Interesting name, Hope thought. She wondered what the place would be like, and couldn't resist an image of nude sunbathers, late-night bars, and reggae music. As the plane flew over the coast, she saw that it was a small volcanic island, half moon-shaped, with mountains sticking up in the middle. There was a long, private landing strip. The plane circled to make the approach, touched down gently, then rolled to a stop in front of a newly constructed white plaster building that appeared to be a mini terminal of sorts. A man in a cream-colored suit jacket walked toward her, olive-complexioned, medium height and build, slicked back, jet-black hair. He looked a little like a Colombian drug dealer, but then half the population of Florida looked that way.
Ms. Sinclair?
Yes, that's right.
I'm Eddie Markham. Welcome to Pleasure Island.
She hadn't expected to be met by the owner himself, but it was a very nice touch. Thank you. Do you greet all your guests personally, Mr. Markham?
It's Eddie, and only the more important ones. Come, I'll help you get settled in.
Thank you, but I don't expect to be here that long. I need to get out to the boat.
All in good time.
Meanwhile, I've arranged for you to have use of one of the private villas whenever you're on the island. We can go there now. You'll have time to shower and change out of your traveling clothes before you leave for the conquest. A shower sounded heavenly, and God knew what sort of accommodations waited for her on board a salvage ship. She smiled. Well, I can certainly make time for that. She reached for her wheeled carry-on, but a young black man raced over from a few feet away and grabbed the handle, along with the briefcase she was carrying.
That's Gerard Chalco. Everyone just calls him Chalco. If there's anything you need while you're here, he's the man who'll get it for you.
Chalco smiled and nodded, and Hope smiled back. Like a lot of the islanders, his skin was very dark, his features refined and attractive. Jamaicans of both sexes, she had discovered, were extremely handsome people. There was a pair of green and white, fringe-topped jeeps waiting on the tarmac. The newlyweds and their driver climbed into one, and Hope, Eddie, and Chalco climbed into the other. Chalco fired up the engine, and they zipped across the asphalt onto a road lined with palm trees and ferns. Huge-leafed philodendrons snaked up the sides of the palms, and the ground bloomed with flowers. Yellow hibiscus, wild white orchids, orange bird of paradise. It wasn't far to a gate marked by a sign overhead reading Pleasure Island Villas. The jeep zipped through, and she saw that a dozen villas had already been constructed. It was obvious Eddie planned to build a whole lot more. They were grouped in pairs, very attractive, with white plaster walls, red-tiled roofs, and ornately carved, heavy wooden front doors. Lush foliage surrounded each unit, and pink bougainvillea climbed up the stucco walls. They passed a sales office, and Hope began to see why Eddie was being so amenable. A series of articles in Adventure magazine would bring a lot of notoriety to Pleasure Island. It was a beautiful spot with miles of white sand beaches, lush green tropical plants, and beautiful exotic flowers. Some of the visitors, the ones with a potload of money, would definitely be impressed, perhaps enough to purchase one of Eddie Markham's elegant Pleasure Island villas. And villa was exactly the word. At least 5,000 square feet of luxury living, exquisitely furnished in the Caribbean style, with net-draped four-poster beds, cool tile floors, and glass walls that slid open to let in the sounds of the surf and the soft island breezes.
Take your time, Eddie said. I'll be back for you in an hour. We'll have a boat ready to take you out to the conquest.
Great.
You'll find food and drinks in the refrigerator. The bar is fully stocked. If you think of anything else...
I know. Just call Chalco. Eddie smiled. She noticed he had a few too many very white teeth.
His cell phone is next to the phone in the living room.
Eddie didn't miss a trick. Thanks. I'll see you in an hour. Conner Reese stood in the chart room aboard the salvage vessel Conquest, studying the maps.